Dear devotees, in Texas, it's too often that you see on the road, please be patient, student driver. Please be patient, student driver. You have that on your car? Because she's smiling, everybody else is watching. No, we are not students. There are students upstairs and they want to hear. Several of the devotees, several of you do not really understand, this is a shocking statement, do not understand Shirdi Baba. That is why I am lecturing today for the last 4 lectures, right? Every minute, every second. And this lecture I am saying, walk with me to see to understand the direction. Walk within me to see the destination. So it is the direction towards the destination, but when you see walking with him, you see only the direction because he is there somewhere next to you. But walking within him, Shirdi Baba, you can see the direction. You see the destination. Direction that leads to the destination, which is extremely important to all of us, to all of you and me. So, I hope you will appreciate this very much. And let us go to the story of a couple who are who are continuously are tested with their destiny. He often says, Baba, forgive us for our mistakes. You are our only refuge. Baba, forgive us our sins. He will even say 3 times. Like, in India, people say 3 times, Baba, 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 or Mama, 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 forgive me, 3 times. There's a lot of history behind that one statement, Baba, you are my only refuge. Why is he saying that? There is a reason. About 10 years ago, his son was involved in a legal case. About 10 years ago. He is working in a Midwestern state, northern state, and he is an IT consultant. And when the legal case was being discussed by the legal people or the district attorney, DA, ultimately the judge ruled in his favor and the case was expunged and removed from the public records. But then it still remained in the federal records. In this country, public records and federal records are very different, and therefore his case stay put. And then that was one of the problems in this couple's life. This couple is Mr. Misraji and Mrs. Misraji. Sometime in April, his son traveled all the way to Cambodia. When he traveled to Cambodia, he was attending a music festival, and one of his best friends was singing in the music. In Cambodia, he went. While going, there was no problem. They didn't know that the visa was expiring. But the visa was probably expiring on the day he was landing, probably 1 day extra, 1 day less. He went to Cambodia and then he was coming back. When he was coming back, they were all wondering. Misraji was very, very perturbed. They even said, Baba, 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 please save my son because he is already in a legal case. And when he is in a legal case, he has traveled overseas. And none of these things were told to me. Usually people come and tell me in an email or they call me and then tell me my son is traveling, this is the condition. I would have said several things because at the spur of the moment Baba tells me and then simultaneously I tell the devotees. This is going on there and several times I give the solution. It happens to be the right solution until this moment. What really happened was he was enjoying and he went to Angkor Wat in Cambodia. Is a very famous temple, right? In the famous temple, the music festival was pretty close, and they were attending to the music festival, and then he was returning, entering the country, happened to be Atlanta airport. So he was coming to the Atlanta airport, and the Mistrajis got really frightened because his son was in a legal case about 10 years ago, and he comes there, and then if the immigration officer, USCIS or somebody, if they stop him there, his whole life will be ending there, right there. Because he was in a case, and his visa was about to expire, there is no reason the immigration officer would, point blank shoot. You have got no reason to enter the United States because you don't have a visa. So he will go to immigration, so-called immigration jail in Atlanta airport, and then he will be deported to wherever they decide, okay, wherever he came from. He came from Dubai. He came from India. So this was the greatest worry of this Misrajis. They were crying. They called me and then they said, Baba, you've been guiding us all the time, and this time my son is coming there, and he has got a job in Midwestern city of, say, somewhere near Chicago, and he has to come in and go. Because all our lives depend on my son, and we are about to become citizens. They had applied for passports. This was in July this year, 2023, July, August. And this fellow went in April all the way to that city, that country. He was coming there, and I was getting phone calls every day, 2 phone calls. They said, Mama, you got to. He said, you are my only refuge, like I said. And they were praying to Baba. They even cleared the Baba picture. They put chandan, kumkum, and so many things, bubhuti. They made a special garland, and then they said, Baba, please protect my son, protect us. They had their own share of problems. And when they had their own problems, if the son goes back and not allowed to get into this country, that will be the mother of all problems for them. Therefore, they were crying. In the meantime, the flight from Cambodia brought his son to Atlanta International Airport, and then he was coming to the immigration. And the immigration officer looked tall, and then he was having a very bright blue eyes, and then he looked at this young man, Mr. Raji's son. He was in trepidation, and then he was trying to hide his fear, and then he approached very carefully. The immigration officer just looked at him and said, how long you were in Cambodia? Do you have any agricultural product like coconuts and others? Like, why did you go to Angkor Wat? Yeah, did you go to Bangkok? Next question. So that said, the immigration officer is getting to the point. You went to Bangkok. Bangkok is a city known for all those, drugs and other things. Therefore, the son, young Mr. Raji got a little bit worried and he concerned. I had told the parents to tell his son to not to worry about anything, because when you depend on Shirdi Baba, everything is going to be all right. And the immigration officer was tall, lean, lanky, with a bright blue eyes. Where is your passport? The passport is there given, and then he took, Angkor Wat. What did you like Angkor Wat? No, this thing, no agricultural products, nothing. Are you okay? Coming back to this country, you should be happy. Took the seal and then put it, and then go back, be happy. One phase of Mr. Raji's life came out thoroughly successful. This is only one phase. He went back to his city near Chicago. He started working. When he started working, very happy, they thanked me. They said, Baba, Baba, Mama, Mama, Mama 3 times. Thank you so much. Okay, as is wont of Mr. Raji, they were very dedicated people. They were culturally very ethical people, and therefore, unfortunately, he got in 10 years ago, he got into this case. It was expunged, and then immigration now said, okay. So they all thought, okay, this chapter in my son's life is over. It's all done, so he can start working. That's the time they apply for immigration. But in the meantime, Mrs. Raji, she's working in a school, a teacher. When she's working as a teacher, the school undergoes incredible, unprecedented changes in all the rules and regulations. They say your permanent job, tells Mrs. Raji, that your permanent job will become temporary. It's only a contract job, and therefore you will lose your job in about a month. This happened about July. He gets into the country, and then this thing is going on, and then they again say, Baba, please save us. This family of Mr. Raji's, there is no dearth of lack of dedication. They become more and more dedicated to Shirdi Sai. They become more and more dedicated to me in their emails. I get 2 emails every day, at least 1 minimum. I read their emails, I see they are extremely concerned about their belonging to Shirdi Baba. Mama gives all the right answers. And Mama, we are testing you again. My wife, Mrs. Raji, should not lose her job, because he is working in a hospital and she is working in a school, ISD, and therefore this is the only bread and butter that we have. Without this, we'll become street people, homeless. So they are sending people, and then they again Chandan, Kungum and all that. They bring a huge garland to the picture, to this picture. Uncle is live. And then they do Dwarakamayi Puja. He even chants the Satcharita, not Satcharita, the Ashtotram, okay? 108 names of Shirdi Baba. He chants 11 times every night. He wrote to me in an email. I got a stack of emails. It's a book. He wrote to me that, Mama, I am doing all these things, and therefore my wife should continue to work as a teacher. In the meantime, she also had applied to the ISD to become a program development officer. A program development officer is slightly above being a teacher. And then because it's a better job, and because she's in a big problem, she's about to lose her job, like some IT people. 3 months later, they lose the job. And again, one more interview. 3 months back, 3 months later, again it becomes shaky. Because 7-Eleven, Southland Corporation, the Japanese people, they say, no, we have too many people. Some of the IT people are sent to 7-Eleven to sell those cakes and buns and all these things. And the IT people refuse. Because they want the same salary to work in 7-Eleven. Give me a bun, give me a break. This has actually happened. The 7-Eleven person who lost her job, Baba advised again go to 7-Eleven for a better job. She applied for a job and then she got telecom job. How can I do telecom? I am used to this language. I am used only to Python. Anything less than a Python I don't like. I want this Python with the big mouth. Because she's an expert in that language. Telecom is a Python. I told you can learn telecom. You got the grit. You've done a job there. Therefore, do it again. Your husband is very good. His husband is not an IT fellow, but he is in and out, thoroughly knows all the senior VPs of every company in this country. I tell you, when your muscled husband knows so much of IT, you get the double muscle, double whammy. He can always get you another job. He gets her a job. That is a telecom job. He puts her in a big test. She completely conquers the test, and then she is working today in telecom. Therefore, Mrs. Misraji is in one such predicament, and she says, Mama, this ISD you change. Whenever you want to change you. So I come to this lady, local lady's husband. Hey, give me some magic formula for this Houston family, Misrajis. What happens really is, she goes for an interview. And then in the interview, she gets a job. The questions are very, very simple. For Program Development Officer, Teacher Development, aka Teacher Development Officer, she gets the job because she does the interview extremely well. And when he gets the job, they apply for passports, US passports. They became citizens about, say, March. They become citizens, 27th March, 12th March. And therefore, he gets a passport, and then she didn't get the passport, and the husband is, Misraji is saying, Arey Baba, kya ho raha hai idhar? What's going on here? I have to get both the passports. My son, you got through the Atlanta airport, you got him through, and now you get me through this. His job is secure. He's working in a hospital, it's pretty secure. So, the application, let us go to the city near Chicago, the application of Master Misraji, the 27-year-old son who came from Cambodia. He goes on the 27th of a recent month, September, for the naturalization interview. In the interview, the tall, lanky, blue-eyed man is not there. A tall, smart, lanky, Caucasian man is standing there. He is even approaching, and then he thinks, that is the same man, and the uncle said everything will be all right. He is looking for the same man from the Atlanta, USCIS. Am I right? USCIS, Customs and Immigration Officer. But that fellow is trying to test our Misraji, younger Misraji. He looks at all the applications, he looks at the entire case, and he says, all the questions he answered, there are only 2 questions. How many flags did the United States have since the Mexican Revolution? He answered correctly. And then, second question, why did you go to Cambodia? How did he get through? This sounded like, how did he get through Atlanta airport? This fellow is very afraid of the immigration officer. Because he looks very bright, and then he's looking in the eye. And the third question is not a question. He says, okay, come back. We are sending this to my supervisor. There will be a review. Your application will be under review for 2 weeks. We will call you for another interview once the review is over. He almost was down on the floor. He just tried to stand up and then tried to assemble himself, his brain. And then he said, okay, sir. And then he goes away. When he goes away, the news comes to Mr. Raji in the southern city. Mr. Raji says, Baba, Mama, what's going on here? My son's application has been rejected. I said it has not been rejected. It's going to be under review by the immigration officials because of something happened 10 years ago that is still haunting you like a shadow. So don't worry about it. When you say Baba, Baba, Baba so many times, Shirdi Baba is going to help you. Don't worry, now you have brought the case to me, he will be all right. Not in 2 weeks, maybe in 6 weeks, maybe in 8 weeks, everything is going to be all right. In the meantime, he chants 108 times the Shirdi Baba Ashtotram, 108 times every day. He keeps on doing, wife keeps on doing Dwarakamayi Puja. And then, something going on. And then what happens? 2 weeks gone, 3 weeks gone, and it is past 4 weeks. He sends me emails every day. Is the electronics, is the system okay? Okay, broadcast. Everything is okay, 6 weeks gone, and then they are very, very worried and he is going to get rejected. They come to me, 2-3 emails every day. I tell them, don't worry so much. Through the bones, you're worried. This is your custom. It's there in your veins. You always worry. A review is a review. Jobs are reviewed. When the Southland Corporation person applied, she was also under review. One job took nearly 3 months. I told her, just don't worry. Watch a CBS movie and eat well. She was doing the second thing very well. She was about to lose weight, 35 pounds. She was eating to glory. Particularly, she likes chawal. But she was about to lose her weight. Chawal khane mein kya hoga? What will happen when eating rice, right? She went down anyway, the weight. After about 2 months, came the letter for 27 September, another naturalization interview. He passed the written test. He comes for an interview. The officer just looks at him. He is very, very afraid of the officer. I had told him, just go and face the officer. You just say, how are you doing, officer? And then he goes there. He's just standing there with a smile, sweet smile. He's there. Take your paper. Okay. Tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock is the naturalization, this thing. Fun ceremony. You come to the judge, in front of the judge, you become a citizen. Congratulations. He got his life back. 3rd time. In the meantime, Ms. Raji's wife in the southern city got her job. The background check, just like the immigration check, was a little tougher. But then she got employment officer, development student, development officer, which is equivalent to vice principal. She got into AKA vice principal job. Salary went up. Everything is okay. Now I get, Mama, thank you. 3 times. This is true. I got a big stack of emails, 2 stacks in fact. He calls a Shirdi Baba, incredible Shirdi Baba. I call unforgettable Shirdi Baba. In fact, I am lecturing for about 30, 35, 45 minutes. Shirdi Baba is unforgettable because 3 times a 27-year-old man walked through fire, like in India, through Parvati Devi, Shiva's concert, right? Ambal's fire, they walk through, in Tamil Nadu particularly. They walk above the fire and then they don't get hurt. This is a custom in South India, if Sonali doesn't know. She has gone to India, right? Several times. Bradley definitely doesn't know. You would have seen pictures about BBC film on India. They'll be walking on fire with a fire pot on the head, right? This is in a Mariamman temple, Ambal. And if you are really devoted to Ambal, if you are really devoted to Shirdi Baba, this fire will not hurt you. In fact, it will cool down. You will get cool. You will catch cold the next day. This is the characteristic of God. And gods are envying our Sadgurus. How many times you read in Sripas Shivallabha's Charitamritam and Sri Satcharita in Guru Charitra? Right? How many times you read in Rigveda? If you read Rigveda's English translation, it says, the gods are all envying Sadgurus because they have more powers. Where from the powers emanate? They are coming from gods. You get it from God, you exceed God's powers. That is a very quizzical thing. I'm not here to answer that question. Baba is unforgettable. But human beings keep on doing unforgivable sins. That is the reason I said, walk within me. Walk with me first, I'll show you the direction. Several people get the direction all right, but it takes several janmas. Charitamrita says you need to have 1 lakh, lakhs and lakhs of birth to get within me so that I'll get you punya. Right? The punya gets, because Shirdi Baba pulverizes all your... Shirdi Baba is none other than your Sri Charana, Sri Pada Shivallabha. He has himself said that. So he pulverizes all your sins and then takes you to the Deva Shankalpam. If you get into the Deva Shankalpam, if you travel within me, Baba says the same thing. If you travel with me, oh no, it's not that good. If you travel within me, I will take you to the destination. All of you should reach the destination. Radhakrishna's wife might want to become a global vice president for Southland Corporation or some other telecom corporation without knowing the job. She does the job because she says, Baba, 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 only once. Baba, you are doing the job. I said, your husband is doing the job. So we go round and round and round. In between, Baba comes and says, real Baba, he does the telecom job. It's like your morning cup of coffee or chai. Child's play for him, your telecom job. Similarly, Mrs. Misraji got her job. Fortunately, Mr. Misraji had only back pain and chest pain because he is going through all of this. Very sad thing happened when they are going through all this test. His father passed away. So somewhere in October 2nd or 3rd, October 2nd he passed away this year, just recently. On the 13th day they go through all the rites. 13th day rites, if you will. And then I saw his father attached to the oxygen during one of my visits. And they even told me, Uncle, you have come to our home, everything is going to be all right, but then Baba will roast you from the frying pan to the, fire. He will fry you. If Baba takes you within him to show you the direction, he will fry you. You have to go through all these things. But then once you are going through, once you are done with that, you will be in heaven. Shirdi Baba's touch, you will realize at that point. And this is what they both experienced. Hansraj, that's a real story, most recent story. I got about 25 most recent stories in the last 3 months, but let us go back to the video of Satcharita, the contemporaries of Shirdi Baba. Everywhere I bring 2 stories today, probably 1 or 2 small stories. Hansraj's wife, what's her name? Some boy, Kasibai. Kasibai Hansraj always was worried because Hansraj always was suffering from severe asthma. He had asthma, incurable asthma, in those days, contemporary of Shirdi Baba, say 1912, 1913, 14. Not many medicines were available for asthma. If you open the TV today, in between 2020 or Unsolved Mysteries of CBS or ABC, you will find asthma and COPD medications every other minute. Several COPD medications, you can't even pronounce them, right? The most recent unpronounceable word is breastvi. Breastvi. That is a medicine that is supposed to cure COPD, those who are suffering from that. It's a very dangerous disease. So strange names are appearing. I remember some of them. If I go and talk to my doctor, and then he will say, where did you find that? There is no such medicine. It's on the TV. TV. Okay. Hansraj didn't know what to do. He goes, he's living in Sakori village. Upasni Maharaj? He used to live there in a big ashram. And then in that Sakori, Hansraj is living there, and then Sakori village, at the time it was not that popular as it seems to be today, or as it is today. So one Narsingh Baba Maharaj of Nasik, they went to Nasik. Narsingh Baba Maharaj said, my brother is in Shirdi, 1912, 1913. So you go to him. If you go to Shirdi, this uncle, he will take care of you. No, the telecom engineer is looking. Baba, you should have told me I would have gone to Shirdi before I got the job. Well, they go to Shirdi. They got this picture in every hall of their brand new home. So that is visiting him is like visiting Shirdi. Right? Any doubts on that? He is live in that picture. And therefore, they go to Shirdi to pray to Baba to cure him. Baba asked the couple to stay in Shirdi until you are cured. He didn't say until I cure you. They were expecting in 10 minutes Baba will take a stern look, everything will be gone. Like Sita Bai, right? Sita Devi. One stern look, migraine gone. Mrs. Manager. One stern look, and then her eyes were suffering from this watery eyes because she had what? Conjunctivitis. And Baba's eyes started watery, and then she got cured, and Baba's eyes got conjunctivitis. That is the incredible Shirdi Baba I am talking about. When he was living, thousands and thousands of people have given interviews in 1936 to bring out the fact that he is right? What is it? Unforgettable, I said. Unforgettable Shirdi Baba. Lakshmi Tai of Bangalore, and so many people. Appaji of Chennai, and Nanaji of Mumbai. So many people said, this is an incredible Sadguru. And therefore, because he is an incredible Sadguru, and this fellow didn't know at that time, Ansraj and Kasibai, they went there. You stay here on that particular hut, small hut, where the floor was completely wet, right? It's made out of, this is cow dung. So it's very wet, and then it's also sinking. And then Baba said, you go and stay there. And then he immediately opened his mouth. This is a shocker for Hansraj. He suggested a food devoid of curd, devoid of sour and, all the acidic properties. Any food like curd. Said you should stay away from curd. You should never eat curd. Hansraj would like to give away his life. He would like to die, but then before he will eat one more cup of curd. He likes curd as much as one of our devotees likes chawal. But then she is losing her pounds. That's the magic Shirdi Baba is doing. Her husband is saying, but then she doesn't believe in her husband sometimes. The Muslim. Hansraj tells his wife, Baba is saying that we cannot forego all this, we cannot say anything to Shirdi Baba, we have got to obey Shirdi Baba, and therefore she comes there, she tells her husband, I'll make curd, and now how come Shirdi Baba will never know. So every night she takes the milk, heats the milk in her home, and then cools the milk, curdles the milk if you will, and then puts it in this thing from the ceiling. There is a small pot, and then in a sling, in that she puts that curd, so that next day morning that will be a curd, and therefore you are going to eat that curd, my dear husband. You will eat it after our noon arati at the masjid. She is a very devoted wife. So the curd is being there every day for 2 months, and then they go there in the afternoon. They worship Shirdi Baba, thinking that, inko kya malum hai? What does he know? The first visit to Shirdi Baba. Our curd is very nice, it's very fine and dandy. We will go and eat. Look at this. 2 months, a cat steals into their home and jumps up the sling from the floor. It's a good height of 2 persons, about 12 feet, 10 feet. It jumps up, catches the sling, the cord, and then gets somehow stabilizes the cat, and then drinks all the curd, and then goes away. The curd is doing every day, and then they go to the masjid. They have a very good darshan. Baba is blessing them, and then they come back. Thank you. They come back, and then they find there is no curd. Hansraj, I told you, right? He would give up his life, but not before eating another cup of curd. In Telugu, so many of you are fond of perugu, right? If uncle talks for more than 1 hour or 1 hour and 10 minutes, everybody looks at the microwave. And then they talk to my wife, where is the perugu? Now please show me. That's a curd bath in Telugu language. They both may not know, right? Does Mr. Arun, he knows Telugu? He's not here. Are you here? Mrs. Sivakami, and has a nice name. And Mr. Arun, no. And then, one day, Hansraj says, for the noon arati, I am not going, my dear wife. I am going to stay back. And then he stays back with a nice stick. He there is hiding behind the door and then waiting for what happens to the curd. A nice cat comes in, meow meow, and then it comes there. He sees, okay, let me see how it jumps up. It definitely jumps up, drinks all the curd, doesn't worry about Hansraj hiding. The cat knows that somebody is hiding. I have 9 lives. Hello? It tells Hansraj, but I don't know. I have 9 lives. आप क्या करेंगे देख लेंगे. I'll see what you can do. It goes there, it comes down. He comes out of the door and then with a stick, he hits the cat, a sound beating on the back. And then the cat runs away. Sheer pain. Next day, morning, afternoon, they go to the masjid, which is so-called, this masjid, it is the Dwarakamayi. They go to this thing. At that time, very famous people are standing there. Nana, Bhuti, Shama, and then one more person. Okay? One more person, I'll tell you the name. Dikshit Shama Jog. Jog is a very famous devotee. When Baba attained Samadhi, he appeared in Jog's dream and said, come to the masjid, and everybody thinks I am dead and gone. That Jog, a very famous devotee who starts Arati every day. He is addressing all the 4 famous devotees, very great devotees who almost became disciples. He tells them, showing, holding his hand, showing this fellow, who? Hansraj. He says, there is an Upangtiya here among us. Upangtiya is a person who does just the opposite of what he is supposed to do, what he is told to do. In other words, he is suffering from schizophrenia. Any doctors here, schizophrenia is doing just the opposite. It is a very wide medical condition, but then Upangtiya is what in Hindi or Marathi they say. So he said there is one person and who wants to eat sour things, sour and very salty, pungent things, but I would not allow him to do that. When I am not allowing to do that, today I went there in the form of a cat. He gave me a nice beating. While saying so, he removes his coffin on the back. Everybody sees very red marks on his back. The rest of the story I need not tell you. You understand, if you are a true devotee of Shirdi Baba, the cat was none other than Shirdi Sai. He told on the first day, you should not eat curd and other salty things because you are suffering from asthma. But then this fellow said, I would rather die but eat this perugu or curd. But then Hansraj was listening to that small sentence from Shirdi Sai. He felt very remorseful and then he said, Baba, forgive me, from today onwards I will follow your instructions. I will not eat curd. His wife heaved a sigh of relief because no longer she has to curdle this thing, heat, cold. She has got more time to visit with Shirdi Baba. And therefore, Hansraj became very, very healthy. Next day, he got rid of all these things. Baba said, why medicines? Why all this antihistamine? Why medicines? You don't need any medications, okay? He said also the real word was, Allah Malik hai. You will be all right. From that day onwards, there was no asthma. Just like Dr. Pillai. From the very night, one night he cured Pillai's TB. Here it is asthma. There are so many medical cases. I picked this up because incredible Shirdi Baba. If you really get within him to walk with him, all your worries will go. I told you Misraji's story. Misrajis are living in a Midwestern city. She is in the ISD. She's a very senior officer now. I mean, somewhat senior. She's making good salary. He is working in an hospital. Son is working near Chicago. Everybody is happy. Because they went through this process, I told you, he roasted the entire family. If you really want to belong to Shirdi Baba, you will get roasted. But then once roasting is done, he doesn't leave you in the frying pan. He will take you to the fire and then roast you, complete barbecue on a Friday night. And then Nobody will eat you. You will come out live. This is the case. That's why I told you this is a unforgettable Shirdi Sai. I told you in the email, challenging gaps in human thought, right? I told you several times. This incredible Shirdi Baba, to some I told you, the maximally disruptive, personally cathartic, primal scream of hubris, you get lost. That is the reason you don't understand Shirdi Baba. Look at the fellow on the kite road. He is begging, he's a mendicant. He's a homeless fellow. That's what everybody thinks. He's a homeless fellow. He is suffering from some condition. It is not visible to your naked eyes. You are driving there. One day, I gave him a $1 bill because the car is standing there. It can go. The green will come anytime. And then I'm just looking at the thing, and he comes there. I give $1. I also tell him, as a part of humor, Shirdi Baba humor, hey, mister, he's a very healthy fellow, but he has a high condition, he cannot work. I am giving you this $1 bill, not because you deserve it. On Coit Road, just about a month ago or 3 weeks ago, not because you deserve it, but because this will make me happy. I was just testing his IQ because he looked very bright. So bright like Karthik. One of the bright guys I see in my mission. There are everybody. Bright, brightest, all brightness, consciousness, 8th level. There are so many people. Don't ask me your level of consciousness, please. Ask your wife. The mendicant said, he thought for a while, he has got eye condition, but then he landed. It's not yet green, about to be green. I'm about to start the car. He says, sir, in that case, give me a $20 bill. That will make you 20 times happier. If you have that IQ, you can understand why Shirdi Baba is incredible. This really happened. My daughter was looking at me, said, wow, there is one mendicant who is really very, very smart. There are smart people everywhere. The destiny brought him. Because I gave him $1, the next week I gave him $5. Because 5 days I wanted to give $1. It was the car. That was green. I went through looking at him. He looks at my Camry. He knows that gentleman is going. When I stop, after 5 days, I gave him a $5 bill. And then I say, I'm not going to give you to make you deserve $5, and I'm extremely happy, okay? Otherwise, he'll say 20 times $5, $100, $100. If everybody, I said, look for all the other cars behind me. No, nobody is giving you like you, sir. So you don't give even $1 to that guy. For $1 doesn't get you even 1/10 of a Subway, 6 inches this thing. So, what is this? I tested him and then he came out very successful. Hansraj became very, very healthy. And then I told you, this is one of the stories which is really, really fantastic. And I don't want to go into several other stories, but then Shirdi Baba's incredible powers was also seen when an arrest warrant came to him. Somebody stole in Dulia, very close to Shirdi, somebody stole a lot of jewelry. The police department in those days, this happened in 1912. The police department said these are all stolen jewelry. But then if it is stolen jewelry, what came as a very stunning fact was, the fellow who stole the jewelry was in police custody, said, all this jewelry are stolen. I didn't steal. All these things were given to me by Sai Baba of Shirdi. They used to call like Shirdi Baba. So this was shocking to the police people because all the mamlatdars and all the police inspectors, deputy sub-inspectors or Indians like Nana Sahib Chandorkar before he became deputy collector, they were all wondering, okay, this was stolen property. Shirdi Baba gave it to you. Are you sure? I am pretty sure Baba gave it to me. So, A warrant came. The judge thought, okay, if Shirdi Baba gave, we will give him a warrant. A very timid policeman is very, very afraid of serving the warrant to appear in Dulia court, sub-magistrate court. The sub-magistrate was an Englishman. So in those days, right, 1912, it came. Baba said he looked at that. Baba came, got extremely angry. There were two flames in his two eyes and said, get that thing and throw it into the latrine. Is exactly in Marathi. Throw it into the toilet, into the latrine. I don't want this. And then he looked at that constable, who was a Marathi gentleman. He said, he was just already shaking. He said, go and tell your boss, I am not coming. It's already in the thing. One of the very senior people, I mentioned about 40 people in that, one of the very senior person who knew Shirdi Baba very well, he took that and threw it into the ditch nearby. The constable saw and went and reported. This is an unforgivable offense. In those jurisprudence of those days, even today, a warrant cannot be thrown. Therefore, an arrest warrant was issued and given to the same constable. The Marathi guy, he even said, he can't tell the inspector, no, I can't go this time, you go. Aap jaiye. Cannot be said. Very powerful people, inspectors in those days, sub-inspectors who rule the roost. He comes here and then all people are there. An arrest warrant is served by him and then he serves it and then goes running back. He said, come here. Who gave the arrest warrant to me? Kisne diya aapko? And then he says, total trepidation, sorry, need some water. He says, it was given by the Dulia sub-magistrate. Thank you. Baba bless you. Sub-magistrate gave it to me. And then he said, get that, he told to one of the senior fellows, Shama or something, get that and push it into the Duni. Dunimai. Everybody will listen to Shirdi Baba because they all knew the constable who came, he knows Shirdi Baba is a very dangerous Sadguru, meaning whatever he thinks will happen. So Duni mein to dalne ke liye taiyar hai. So they got that and put it in the Duni, right in front of the constable, it was the same. In the meantime, the senior people like our Dikshit, senior counsels and advocates joined in the back room of Dwarakamayi. Sorry, there is no back room in Dwarakamayi. Okay? They just went to a corner. Shirdi Baba was not raging, he was cool. You know, that's what you say in this country, right? He's cool. Baba is cool like a cucumber. And then he goes to the right side. Three people, hey, go and discuss. They all come to the conclusion that we will send a letter that sub-magistrate has to come to the Dwarakamayi and then you can investigate right here because a Sadguru like Shirdi Baba cannot go and stand in the court, in the dock. They all concluded. Several people signed and sent it with the same constable. The constable went and, in total trepidation, he was, I don't want to say that, and then he gave it to the sub-magistrate secretary. The secretary read that and he didn't want to show it to sub-magistrate. Anyway, they have to. They showed a Nana Joshi, the sub-magistrate's real name. He was asked to come by the district collector. Okay, you go there. The district collector at that time wanted to see Shirdi Baba because he didn't have a offspring. They in fact came. I don't want to get into that story. That's a very extremely interesting story in front of Dwarakamayi. Of आधा घंटे के बाद आओ, of 1 घंटे के बाद. Come after 30 minutes, come after 1 hour, and then they left in total frustration. She never got a child. They gave a dakshina of $35 rupees in those days. So the Nana Joshi comes there. He conducts an interview. What is your name? Baba. They call me Sai Baba. What is your dad's name? Father's name. My father's name is Sai Baba. What is your religion? What is your creed or religion? He says Kabir Sahib, a famous man in the Indian literature. And then they say, what is your religion? They say Parvardigar. Parvardigar happens to be a classical devoted people's, the community that they belong to. Very godly people. That's called Parvardigar. So, I belong to Parvardigar, he says. And then he say, what is your age? The fellow, Nana Joshi, is sub-magistrate. He is making like 3,000 rupees a month. That is Maharaja's salary in those days. Shama was making 3 rupees per month for being a teacher. age, lakhs of years. 1 lakh is, Karlo bhai, 1 followed by 5 zeros. 5 zeros. 100,000 years, 1 crore, I don't know. Add 2 more zeros, okay. Crorepati ban jayenge aap. You will become a millionaire. That's what I said in Hindi. So, he says lakhs and lakhs of years. Nana Joshi got frustration. He didn't show it out. When he didn't show it out, of course his expression is, then he applied another tactic. He just say, we have this thing, very serious case of theft of jewels. Shows the jewels. These jewels, when somebody is caught, he says that you gave all these jewels to you. Is it true? Baba says, very interesting answer. That is very true, absolute truth in Marathi, in English Marathi. And then he also says, if he says that it came from you, how did you get this jewelry? He said, who gave it to you? Nana Joshi says. He gets a little bit dull, thinking that I am asking very intelligent question. Baba is answering. Wait till the next answer. Who gave it to you? Who gives what to whom? Marathi mein. Who gives unto whom? Exact thing he said. So Nana Joshi is clean bowled. It's a googly. It's an in-swinger. It's a cricket season. I got to use some language of cricket. Where is our cricket team? Okay, he's inside. He's looking at the Perugon on the microwave.